Welcome to Rope Dropping Knowledge, where we guide you through the magic of Disney.
Food and Wine's almost over, huh?
Yeah, I'm sad.
Oh, because we don't get another one until Christmas, till the holidays.
Yeah.
Why did they put them all close and then have the giant gap? They should have like something in the summer.
Yeah, they should have like summer food festival or something, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Did they really need... I mean, it's cool that they have Lunar New Year Festival because Disney World doesn't have that, but it's so close to the Food and Wine.
They should have...
Holiday.
Yeah, it's like they're all three in a row. So they should do the holiday, Lunar New Year, and then have like just put Food and Wine like more in the middle of the year, like July.
Yeah, why is Food and Wine the March?
I don't know.
Maybe like spring wine season. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, do grapes grow in the spring only?
Yeah, maybe. No, well, I don't know. I don't know. But this is episode 146, and our giveaway is still live. It ends on April 30th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are giving away Sleeping Beauty Daniel Nicole purse and an Echo Mickey Mouse wall clock. And both of them are up for grab. All you have to do is direct message us via Facebook or Instagram, or both if you want 2 entries. The answer to this question: who is your favorite or least favorite Disney princess? So get those answers into us by 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and winners will be drawn at random. Must be 18 years or older and live in the United States. All right. We'll be back at the parks
This Saturday?
this Saturday, the
So
23rd.
last day to use my one tab that I've had for 3 weeks.
Oh, he's getting
Is
tabs.
it 3 weeks or two months? I don't know
I
how
don't
many
know.
weeks, how many months.
You had one from
Yeah,
Like
the one from
2019,
Oh,
2020.
I used that
Yeah.
during Lunar Festival.
Yeah. It's trying to think. Yeah, you got one tab, but we'll probably use it on empanadas or something.
Yeah, we're going to get a bunch of stuff because,
We were gonna go to Jazz Kitchen and we canceled.
yeah, because I
Canceled the
wanted
reservation.
to try more things at the Food and Wine Festival.
Yeah, you might as because Jazz Kitchen's always there.
Yeah.
So even though it's good, even though their shrimp and grits is sublime.
I just wanted their beignets.
Yeah, I mean, if we really
We
want
could
to, you
walk
can
to
still
the
get
Express.
them. Yeah. Well, do they have the specialty beignets at the Express too?
Yeah, they don't have it at the restaurant, but they do.
Oh, okay.
Express. But I don't want the special. I just want,
The regular?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, we might do that. I mean, it's only supposed to get up to like the high 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we could do some walking around, definitely. It's not going to be like 100 degrees again.
Mm-hmm.
So. I don't know, man. We got to give away this wallet.
Come on, guys. Just message us if you're there. We'll come look for you.
I'm not going to do all that, but we'll at least tell you where we are.
Yeah, but we run around too much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's the point. It's a game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not heavy. I don't mind carrying it around. It just gets embarrassing.
I
when we
don't
keep
mind
saying-
carrying it. I'm the one carrying it around.
Yeah, you're the girl. It's a Minnie Mouse wallet. With a Boba Fett wallet, I'll carry it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I
Still
know.
make me put it in my bag.
That's true. But yeah, if you are there on Saturday the 23rd, and you are the first person to find us, you will win a Minnie Mouse Kate Spade. Those things were like $100 and something when they first came out.
Yeah.
They still sell them at like downtown Disney, I think.
That one store in Disney.
Elias and Co.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elias, but next to Elias. I don't know if it's just one
it's
thing,
the same
but
thing,
yeah.
You can get it for free. All you gotta do is find us. So, brand new, and yeah. But I mean, I guess the reason why I'm not too, I would say, frustrated anymore. It's because we decided to just do a giveaway every time we're there.
Yeah, so I'm going to be carrying something anyways.
Yeah. Tracy will be carrying.
I just want you to have this before the next Kate Spade thing comes out.
Yeah, I want you to be in fashion.
Yeah.
And, and I don't want to collab. Well, I mean, if we don't give it away like within the next like couple visits or so, I may just collab because I'm sure like Gothic Rosie puts it out. We're going to be found like when we're in line in security. They're just going to be like, hey. Yeah, it's we don't have the huge because we're audio. We're a podcast, so all the influencers concentrate on social media. We kind of don't.
Well, we get a lot of our listeners from different states, like messaging us, being like, "I wish I could teleport to where you are now." Because everyone who listens to us knows we'll be there, and it's
but they're not going to be there.
Yeah, but they're not going to be there because they're out of state, and or
Well, I was listening I was looking at our statistics, and most people most people listen to us through Apple. Spotify second, but then third is our website. They just go to our website, and so the people. Then I look, okay, well, how they find our website? It's mostly through Google.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not through. You would think it was like Instagram or TikTok or Facebook. No, it's through Google. It's people, and then I look at okay, well, how are they finding us? And it's just like Disney. It's not even like Disney podcasts. It's just Disney. So somebody who just types in Disney, which I would think would be the least way to find us.
Yeah,
because not only are we not on
our website.
There's like 1,000 other Disney podcasts, but there's a billion other just Disney things. You know,
but they don't have a website. They are mostly on Instagram and stuff like that.
Yeah, but those still show up on Google.
I guess
so.
That's true. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, that surprised me. So, but I'm not gonna hate on Google. But yeah, so come find us, and we'll still be posting like where we are. I think this is the last time that we're starting at DCA for a while.
Oh yeah.
Because I made all the reservations to start at DCA through the food festival. So the next time we're there, which is going to be May 7th.
The day after your birthday.
Yeah. May 7th, we'll be starting at Disneyland. So.
Yes.
All right.
We'll start at DCA again May 31st.
I wonder why we did that.
Maybe it was available. Oh, wait, that's not you. That's me. That's my sister.
Yeah, that's when you go without me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we are at Disneyland most of the time.
Ooh, so here's the thing. What if somebody finds you and I'm not with you? Are you still going to have it?
Well, I don't think we'll advertise that when I go.
Doesn't matter. We said if they see one of us on Disney property.
I'll take it with me, I guess.
Yeah. You can't be giving it to your sister's friends.
No, they're not going to be there.
No, but they might just show up. Little rugrats. I'm joking. Yeah. Kind of a chill day today. Just worked. Getting back in like the workflow of things is kind of, it's weird because you look for Disney more. You look forward to it more. It's like, whoa. I think I was taking it for granted. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm taking these headphones for granted. I still hear that squeaky sound.
That's so weird. Like,
I don't know what that.
What's wrong with your head? Just kidding.
No, maybe it's just my old bones. If I stay absolutely still, it's fine. But these were I guess I had.
How come it doesn't do it for me?
No, it's just a hinge or something. That's It's
oh.
See, and the thing is that no one probably noticed, and as soon as they said something, everyone's going to be listening.
Well, I noticed it a while ago, and I'm like, but if it doesn't bother anyone, I don't know if it does, but.
Yeah. Well, I can get some more. I get it,
We'll try to fix it.
The only thing is I don't want to get new ones and then they have the same problem.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to find out what it is.
There's a way to try to, just tighten it or something. Yeah.
So, yeah, not a lot of Disney news. Pretty much the same Disney news. But
the surprising one this past weekend was Easter. Happy belated Easter, everyone. Hope you had a great Easter. But this past weekend during Easter, we were blocked because we have the Believe key. And so naturally the parks were, crowded. But somebody had posted something where the app had discouraged people from using Disney Plus.
That's the first time I think I've seen it.
It had one of those pardon the inconvenience type of notifications on the app. And it said, at first I thought, what is this? Is it, because it usually says, hey, but it actually says, here's what it says. We strongly encourage you to check today's Lightning Lane availability and other park details before purchasing Disney Genie Plus service, as purchase of Disney Genie Plus service is non-refundable. We apologize for any inconvenience. So it's telling you, hey, look to do the Lightning Lane a la carte ones or something else because it's non-refundable. Are you sure you want to buy this? Usually they're like, start now, hit here, and, click
Well, remember,
this.
it was like, 4 episodes back, I think? When I was
where you were talking about...
is this just going to be DAS?
Yes. Like
paid DAS?
Paid DAS.
Yeah, well,
it's good. Like how the standby line, the Genie Plus line, the Lightning Lane line will be longer than the standby line because everyone.
Well, it'll never be longer than standby,
right?
But it could become the default.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So it's like if you go to Disneyland, the majority of people are going to buy it. Mm-hmm. Now, that means like let's say 80% of the people buy it. The other 20% would just be in 3-hour standby lines.
Yeah,
that's what's going to happen. And then the Lightning Lane line will be what we would consider normal.
Yeah.
Like half an hour to an hour. Mm-hmm. So
so now they're like, are you sure you want to buy this?
So now you're paying. So now so what ends up happening is you're gonna be paying for normalcy. You know what they were talking about, the great reset and all this stuff about how, because that article came out, I think I mentioned it before, like you'll own nothing and be happy. Like how, like one of the things is like how BlackRock and Zillow and like a lot of these big equity companies are just purchasing up real estate and just holding on to them, right? Mm-hmm. So everyone thinks it was a bubble and they're waiting for the bubble to burst, but they're being owned by maybe 7 entities, not like a bunch of just individual people.
Yeah.
So, with the point of maybe just turning everyone into renters, and so that's kind of what, and then people just get used to it because the idea would be is there's not going to be like this big revolution that's the norm, right? How the American dream used to be like, oh, you grow up, you graduate high school, get a job, and buy a house, have a family. And then it turned into you grow up, graduate high school, go to college, buy a house, you have a family. And now it's going to be like you grow up,
rent,
and then
have
rent,
a family, rent a nice house,
rent, and then rent a better house, maybe, and that'll be the norm. So I don't know. This is going to be kind of where standby line is going to be. Standby line is going to be considered. People are going to make fun of it because that's the ghetto line, right? And then the normal people will all be buying what used to be free.
Yes. And then the elites will just do VIP tour.
And then VIP tours are going to be the new Lightning Lane.
Ah.
Right. So
the elites will just get shut down the ride to go on it.
Yeah.
But
I won't even shut down the ride. It'll be like they're going to have a Lightning Lane, and then there's going to be like Lightning Lane Plus, right? So a plus on top of the Genie Plus, Genie Plus Plus.
Back door.
Yeah.
Go through.
Well, because they have to make it to where it's convenient enough for enough people to do it.
Yeah.
So it won't be like shutting down the ride. It'll just be another line. Yeah. It'll just be 3 lines.
Yeah.
And so now, Lightning Lane regular is what is it, $40 a person? No, $20 a person. Yeah, $40 for 2 people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the Lightning Lane Plus will just be like, $40. $80 for 2 people or something, and that would be the new normal. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when that profit motive breaks, because people keep coming to Disney. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well.
I'm not hating. I feel bad for the people who's got like families of 5 and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person who always grew up. I constructed my entire life since I was 6 years old, because we were poor. When my mom and my dad divorced when I was 7, and my mom's a school teacher, and then school teacher in Georgia back in the 80s, it was not very much money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were even on food stamps for a while, and she was working teacher, and we were on food stamps. And I just remember my mom's worked so hard. She does all this stuff. She has 2 kids, and I'm just like, I'm going to construct my life to not have to put up with that. And so, yep. I hoard my money. I don't have kids. And I'm not selfish. I give in a lot to a lot of people, but even to a lot of causes. But it's not expected, and it's not on a schedule. So it's whenever I want to.
Yeah.
And I married someone who could make her own money, and so. Yeah, I will always throw money at convenience. I'm the type of person who's like, if I can pay $100 to get to the front of a line, I'll do it. And
just like how we paid $75 in Vegas for a car service.
Yeah,
to take us back maybe 2 blocks, not even, huh?
Well, it was. If you walked, it would have probably have taken a good half an hour, because you walked through the whole thing. But he had this back alley way of going.
If you went through the taxi, it would probably also be longer, because they don't go through the back way.
Yeah, and people listening, why would you pay $75 for a taxi? So what it was is that everybody's waiting in line at was it the Bellagio or the Caesars?
Taxi line.
The taxi line, and it was 100 degrees at night, and it was it was with me, you, your mom, your sister, and her boyfriend. And so the line waiting for taxis was like a Disney line. It was like Peter Pan.
Yeah. And with us being a party of 5, we had to wait for a van, right? We couldn't wait for a sedan or a Prius taxi, right? So. And
so it was super long. It was super hot. We were just eating at the buffet.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of
and there's all these black Suburbans, right?
And nobody's going to them. And I was
I'm like, all right, how much? And he's like, $75. I'm like, worth it. Everybody jump on.
You didn't say worth it. You were like, you looked at me, you sweat on your face.
I think it's worth it.
You looked at me, because you didn't have any money. I'm the one that always brings somebody.
Yeah, I looked at you, and I knew that you would agree that it's worth it.
Yeah.
$75 is
and that's a weird look, because when your wife looks at you like that, you're like, okay. The funny thing is that you taught your whole family to look at me like that. So your sister and your mom, they all turn around and look at me.
No, my sister and my mom are cheapskates. So they're
not that day. They're
going to be like, oh, man.
Because this brother knew how to sell it, because he opened it, and then that cold air blasted out. Yeah. It's like you opening the refrigerator.
I sat in the way back, and I felt the cold air.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't one of those, you got to wait to feel it in the back type of thing.
Yeah.
But to me, that was well worth the $75, because.
And I gave him a $25 tip. It was $100.
Yeah, it's $100.
It's $100, and I was like, and I didn't regret it. I was just like, we're back at a hotel.
In Vegas, you don't think it's a lot. It's something about it. But then when you move back, you come back to
wherever you live,
you're like, did I really pay $100 to do that? But at that moment, I'm like, this is so worth it. And then you go back. You know what? If I was at Disney and there was that same drop-off harbor, on New Year's Eve, I think if an Uber came to me and said 30, because remember that time
we
Uber
paid
guy?
20 twice.
Yeah,
for like 2 blocks.
Remember when we went
last
month at the conference that was going on, and everybody was just walking and we were trying to walk to the Toy Story lot, and everybody was just the conference. And I asked that guy, and he says it's at least 40. I was thinking about it, but it wasn't that hot, so I was like, screw you, I'm walking.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think a lot of people do that at Disney, though. They all of Disney is basically based on you paying for stuff that would be a lot cheaper if you just bought it.
But at that time, it was ridiculously inflated because it was a conference.
Yeah, but I'm just saying Disney as a whole.
Yeah.
You know, when you buy a donut at Disney, when you buy a bottle of water at Disney, it's like $5.
Yeah,
you're not thinking like, oh, this is so expensive.
Yeah, no, it's different. It's like kind of like Vegas too, where.
But if you were in an office building at work and then somebody says, no, this water's $5, you'd hit them. You would be like, what? Yeah. But I don't know.
$2 for a drink at Disney.
I know.
Like a sundae.
Mm-hmm.
Or a shake.
Oh, boy. We are on a big tangent.
What's going on with the feud between Florida and Disney? We thought the beef with Anaheim was bad. This is like Florida's even worse. They were like...
I know.
Wow.
It's almost like a weekly segment now because...
So that Reedy Creek thing that you were talking about where it's Disney's own governing body.
Yeah, so the legislature in Florida passed to repeal it.
Yeah.
So I don't know which podcast I explained the whole thing. I don't want to explain the whole thing all over again.
Yeah.
But you could look through the notes and find out which one while I'm talking. But...
well, in a nutshell, they're just Disney has its own governing body, and
but so people could go listen. But it's basically they're their own governing body and their own tax entity. So
in Florida,
and it basically Orange County and Osceola County, however you pronounce that.
Oh, that county.
Yeah, it's split between those two counties, and basically Disney could do whatever it wants. So all the utilities and all the zoning and all that is all done by Disney. So they have their own committee. And so basically all the stuff that Disneyland has to put up with in Anaheim, they don't have to put up with in Florida. So because Disney finally, not finally, but they were forced to come out and denounce the parental rights bill. Some say don't say gay bill, some say anti-grooming bill, depending on your political stripes. The governor of Florida pushed. Well, they were already threatening this because that's why we talked about it before. And then the governor of Florida, DeSantis, pushed it for it to go, and now it's on his desk. And since he pushed for it, we're expecting him to sign it like probably tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll probably sign it. It was episode 143.
Yeah, we explained how it came to be and everything. So if you guys are interested in that, but here's the thing:
DeSantis is like.
Well, no, he's smart. He's smart. Like people hate on him, but it's like but the problem is that it's not just American.
Your bill passed, so what are you like?
He wants to be president. Okay, this is his goal. That. Yeah, but you're acting like he's doing something. Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, it works for him.
Yeah, it's so. If you in Florida's now a red state. So it's kind of like it used to be a swing state back when I was in college.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, but it's firmly red. So everything he's doing first helps him locally, but then it puts him on the national map to where Republicans are going to look at him and be like, hey, that's our guy.
Yeah, he's the mini Trump.
Yeah, I don't think he likes being called that, but
that's okay. Even better, we'll call him that even more.
But
I don't think he's listening to our podcast anyway.
No, he does. I talked to him yesterday.
Should tell him what I think of him. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm sure. He's going for the 5'4" Asian woman vote. I'm sure that's a big constituency of his. He's doing this because this gets him on. When you do things like this, it's like when they were questioning the Supreme Court nominee, and they were just asking her ridiculous questions. Yeah. And then Ted Cruz was seen like, they showed him like he made this comment, and then he's on Twitter searching for his name, right? Because it's all about clout.
Yes.
So you have to understand that politicians, and I'm not saying it just Republicans. It's like when Ilhan Omar came out and started going off about the Christians that were singing on the plane the airplane. You probably not. It's like it was a story like a couple days ago. They just started singing. I think it was Easter, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know, like Muslims are singing, blah blah blah." It's like, does she have a point? Yeah, but why is she doing it? For clout, right? Yeah. So it's they're no different. Politicians are really no different than your 16-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
The more clicks they get, the more stuff.
Yes, the more controversial, the better.
Yeah, the better.
I mean, it works. So
everybody who feels like you towards DeSantis, you have to figure there's an equal and opposite reaction. We know that in nature.
Yeah.
So there's somebody who's just as annoyed as you are. There's somebody who's that stoked that he's doing all this, right? And so, yeah. That's what's going on.
It is annoying. But, okay. Everyone knows corporations run the world. I just wish isn't this going to bite Florida?
Well,
come back and bite them? Because
since you asked,
Disney has
this is what happened.
Money.
Well, it's not even about, it's about money. So here's the caveat. So the same thing is happening in Texas with Governor Abbott. He basically wanted to show that he was tough on immigration, right? And stuff coming in from Mexico. So he pretty much he ordered all these super tight, super strict inspections on stuff coming through. And now he made the supply chain worse. So it's already bad, post-pandemic.
Right.
Now it's worse in Texas.
Right.
And now they're looking at maybe store shelves drying up on stuff because of his actions. And now even like Mexican truckers on that side of the border are like, well, you know what? Maybe we don't want to cross. If you're going to be like that.
Yeah.
Because we have so much. If they're our biggest trading partner. So regardless of what you feel politically, the math is not.
But does he feel that?
So now he's feeling it. Right, because now even Republicans are turning against him in his own state.
Oh, because the citizens are feeling it, but the politicians aren't feeling anything.
The politicians feel something when the people feel it, and so it has to trickle that direction.
Yeah.
So if it's something that doesn't really affect you, like there's people in California who are cheering the parental rights bill, like conservatives in California are cheering the parental rights in Florida. It doesn't affect them.
Right.
Now if they're teachers started quitting because of it or whatever, it would affect them. And then it's like, okay, well, maybe I need to rethink this or whatever. That's just an example. I'm not saying that that's not going to happen in Florida or whatever.
Yeah.
So what could happen with the Reedy Quick situation is that, it looks good to the people who are pushing it now. But for the citizens of Orange County and Osceola, however you pronounce that, what they don't understand is that and again, I don't say people are stupid when they don't read the laws and all the implications. People are busy. Whether you're on the left or the right, people are busy. They got jobs, It's only nerds like me who pay attention to a lot of this stuff. So tax experts are saying that the way it works is that because they were their own governing district, they were already paying property taxes. Whatever they're paying.
Right.
But because they were in charge of all the services, the fire, the water, and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Disney had to impose an additional self-tax on themselves.
Okay.
To go out and support the infrastructure of the community.
Right.
So that's $105 million per year that they were doing. If you take away Disney's exempt status, all those services go back to the counties.
Good luck.
See what I mean? So that $105 million a year,
right?
Disney's not. Why would they? They're not going to pay that. That disappears.
Yeah. So now
because they're already paying their right? So a lot of people will be like, well, no, they still have to pay property taxes. No, this is over and above the property taxes they're already paying.
Utilities, water, whatever, fire.
Right. So guess who's going to be stuck with that bill? That revenue that was going into those counties is now going to disappear. And those counties were taking out, because local governments can issue bonds based on the value of their counties, basically. It's like stocks, right? When you think of a government bond, just think of buying a stock for a jurisdiction, right? So now imagine if your stock was losing $105 million a year. those bonds that they've issued to all these people in retirement plans and stuff, are they going to go up or down? I mean, this is rocket science, right?
Well, you would think they would think about that. Look at all these legislatures.
But the people in the counties weren't the ones who voted. These were like people are all around the state. Again, it's people who it's not affecting. So, yes, I'm sure there's very conservative people in Orange County and Osceola County, but Florida's a lot bigger than that. And so
it's the state that's voting it.
Yeah.
The county is the one.
If those two counties had to just vote, I don't know if it would have gone that way. But they're not the only ones who get to vote. It's the entire state legislature. Oh.
But if it's affecting the county, doesn't the county have a say?
Yeah, they get 2 votes out of 100 or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Whatever people are representing those 2 counties.
That's kind of like when in the healthcare bill or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize how complicated healthcare was.
Yeah. So, well, they might have. I don't know how the people representing those districts voted, but they're going to get stuck with that. So, and how is it going to harm Disney? Red tape. It's just that they're going to have to deal with.
Yeah,
they have to deal with it.
It's nothing harmful to Disney. It's just an inconvenience for them. And like people, you throw money at convenience, they can throw money.
Yeah,
you know. Like
I'm like Disney.
Yeah. So I was like,
Disney's
why are you
like
going after a huge corporation? Any corporation?
We already said why.
Yeah.
You know, it's for individual.
It's for theater.
But it's for the theater of individuals.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not going to. Is this going to actually benefit the Florida citizens, and especially the citizens of those counties? No, not at all. And then not only that, now that they have to go through zoning and do all the stuff based on the rules of those counties, well, it's not like they're still the biggest employer of those counties, and those hotels and everything in those counties still depend on Disney. So those 2 counties. Even if those counties don't necessarily like Disney, it's kind of like Anaheim. Yeah. Anaheim doesn't like Disney. They got to play ball somewhat.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day,
they did roll over. At the end of the day, they're building the vacation club.
Yeah,
and they're they may not be building a new hotel anymore, but that space now is the vacation club, not the exact space.
Right. So at the end of the day, it's basically you're just hurting Florida citizens of those counties, and. And when Disney wants something done, and you're like a small business who's waiting
government.
So you know how your uncle is like he's an architect and he has to probably wait for permits and stuff. Yeah. Well, imagine waiting behind Disney. Yeah. Now, if everything goes back to the counties, the smaller business owners and stuff who are already participating in the red tape of the county, how's that going to affect them? They're now got to stand in line against Disney.
Exactly.
And so good luck, small businesses.
Yeah, exactly.
Sharing that stage.
But that's the thing that's sad is the citizens, are suffering. Even though their governors trying to be whatever, it's the citizens, though, that are suffering, not,
But this is going back to the beginning. This is nothing new.
Yeah, nothing new.
This isn't breaking news.
Yeah.
This is like, this goes back to Mesopotamia. There's somebody like you complaining, like, they're trying to... Too much water in the Euphrates, and I can't fish here. And
casualties of war. I'm sorry, Floridians. You're a casualty of war.
We're all casualties of some war
between Disney and Florida, and you're the casualty.
Yeah. So
just like I was the casualty of Vietnam War.
Yep. You're not a casualty. You got the biggest prize of all.
Well, I know. I'm lucky I came here, but I was,
I'm talking about me.
Oh, whatever. It's fine. Sure.
Well, so that's that. And then, of course, more theater, right? And this is probably something that people on the other side think is cool. But our governor...
Oh, yeah, Newsom had to
chime in and be like, what?
What did he say? He posted something that said something about...
You call this business friendly?
Yeah. Because you call this business friendly? And then he says, we here in California help our business grow, thrive, and invent the future. Punishing businesses for speaking out against hatred is the move of an authoritarian regime.
Right. So, I mean...
And before that, he said, come back to California, Disney. Bring your corporate office back here.
Yeah. And again, why is he doing it? Is he doing it for the good of anyone.
No,
he's doing it
for his citizens, his vote. Right.
No, I mean he's got a point because I think he's probably just throwing salt because during the mask mandates and the shutdowns, he was the one being accused of being anti-business. And California as a whole, and I could tell you in HR, oh man, it's like. Just like I was talking to you today about
the rollover of the hours.
Yeah, and different things.
Yeah,
different
I'm
laws.
always like different. I'm always like, look at me.
Yeah. But it's just it's very
it's just different.
Very very employee friendly.
Yeah,
and so a lot of businesses think it's anti-business, right?
Yes.
But so he's gotten since he's the face of California, he's gotten a lot of that, especially since the pandemic.
The pandemic, yeah.
But so he's probably got criticized by. I bet you we could find quotes from DeSantis in the past against Newsom.
Oh yeah,
like, we're open for business. I don't know what Newsom's doing. You know?
That's what he's saying. You call yourselves business friendly?
Yeah. So this is just another tit for tat. But it's it's just like high school daughters. You know, I would say high school guys, but high school guys just fight. It's not that they're smarter. It's just that, they just bloody each other up and get it done with. So
I wonder if they did fight, who would win?
Newsom?
Didn't I see DeSantis at a UFC fight? He knows MMA.
He's a typical UFC fan. Someone who's never taken a punch but loves the sport. Newsom's the guy who's out there running 5 miles a day to look good with his perfect hair.
Newsom will beat DeSantis, and his hair will still look good.
Yeah.
Not a strand out of place.
They're both annoying. So I don't really root for either one of them. One is more like Zach Morris, and the other one's more like a Screech if he became a Sith Lord. So, that's good. I don't know.
That's offensive to the Sith Lord.
All righty.
Well, in other news, poor Netflix has lost 200,000 subscribers, and their stock plummeted, and they're predicted to lose more. It's going to get worse, is what they predict. And I thought was weird because Disney Plus is not losing. I didn't know if it was a trend, and it's not a trend because Disney Plus is gaining subscribers,
right?
And so is HBO Max and other streaming services.
Well, Netflix is the most expensive.
Yeah, then I thought about it. I'm like, okay, well, they are most expensive, but they were like the first to introduce this streaming thing, and then now they're like, kind of slowly dying a death of Blockbuster.
When they started sending CDs to people's houses, DVDs. That's when Netflix started. Blockbuster's like, well, we're the first. We had DVDs first, and what happened to them? So it's just evolution. It's just a cycle. Yeah, I mean, Netflix's business model. I mean, they had what they call first mover advantage. They got into a market really quick, and then nobody else was doing what they were doing. But then
don't they need to keep up with it so that so afterwards Disney Plus and whatever, HBO Max, so don't they need to keep up with it to be equal? Or
but it's not about keeping up. It's about, it's about keeping up. The question is, how do you keep up, right? You have to, they got into this. The reason they exist at all is because they were innovators and they took a risk. I mean, the first risk they took was selling, well, not selling, but renting things through the mail, which everyone thought was ridiculous, and it worked. And then they went into streaming, which people were like, no one's going to watch movies on their computer, but then that
it
worked. Yeah.
So they need to think of the next thing.
But they're already 2 for 2. I mean, how many businesses are 3 for 3? Not many. Like maybe Apple.
Yeah.
But the ones that are legends. Most, if you're lucky to have one thing that took off, you're really lucky.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is just nature. The nature of business. It's not.
True.
It's
It's just like Napster, and then now they're like totally extinct, and now it's Spotify.
When we were using AOL, and I remember, everyone, like, I remember when Google search engine first popped up. No one. It's just a search engine, and it wasn't like web crawler. It wasn't like Yahoo. It was just this basic.
Yeah.
It said Google, and nobody would think that would be such a world power.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, I like it because it's cleaner than the other stuff.
Yeah, that's true. They weren't the first. It was like Bing or something. I forgot.
They had all kinds. I remember web crawler. Web crawler it had a little spider in the corner.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then there was, a couple of other ones, and then Yahoo, and then
And now it's just Google.
Google was like the fifth.
Now it's like a verb.
Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah. So, it is what it is. I would never look at Google's search engine and think that we would have like a home system of stuff in our house where I could ask it questions.
Yeah.
Making their own phones and just ridiculous stuff. I mean, who knows what? I know they're doing tons of stuff. They're building wells in Africa and providing internet. And
my cousin was in Africa,
when he worked for Google.
To do the underground internet.
Mm-hmm. Fiber optics. So, hey, you never know. But yeah, I think why they're losing subscribers, though, at this moment is just because inflation has made things really expensive. And so when you have people who are
trying to cut costs on stuff.
Yeah, if you're trying to cut costs, it's not that Disney Plus is taking subscribers from them. Mm-hmm. It's more like they probably have all of them. It's like, when you had the stimulus checks, you probably got every subscription.
Yeah.
And now it's like, ooh, which one's hurting the most?
Yeah.
And which one am I watching at the moment?
Yes.
And Netflix, they don't really do a good job of their marketing is kind of weird. Well, first of all, they do things that I like they release their shows all at once. You can binge them. And even though I like that, it's probably not good for business because it doesn't keep people coming back week after week.
Right.
Right. So I could literally sign up for a free subscription, watch all of a show, because that's the only show I wanted, and then I'm not even going to check out the other stuff, and then I could just unsubscribe. Yeah,
or just, which is what they're cracking down on, is sharing passwords, or just borrow, somebody's password, watch it for a day, and just, okay.
Yeah, but all the, services have that issue. But I think that, it's just one of those things where there's that, and then, Moon Knight is on right now every week. Mm-hmm. So people are going to tune in. And then after that, we got like Ms. Marvel, we got She-Hulk coming out, we got Obi-Wan Kenobi coming out. And that's stuff that Netflix can't do. They don't really have too much original content. They have like The Witcher, they have Stranger Things. Stranger Things, I looked, the last Stranger Things season was 2017.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, hype, season 3's coming. It's like, dude, it's been 5 years. 5 years,
good
man.
Good stuff takes a while to create.
Like, Netflix is going to be gone before the next season of Stranger Things comes out. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. Especially when you're throwing millions of dollars at weird stuff.
Yeah.
And
that's the reason why you should release them weekly. So it wouldn't seem like it's such a long, I know like 2 months isn't. But
people, the reason why companies like subscriptions is because you forget about it. Mm-hmm. So if I'm paying for one show and I can watch it in one day, just binge it, and that's the only show that I care about, then I remember to cancel.
Yeah.
If you stretch it out over a period of like a month and a half, and it's only like $12 a month or something, like I might forget. I don't even know which card it's on.
Yeah, you might forget. But the other thing is that it makes the show go longer, so it doesn't seem like it's been 5 years since it's really. You go. You go.
5
by
years
the
is
last
ridiculous
day.
for any show.
Yeah,
that's
but then you're going by the last day of the last.
Well, it's not just that. It's that you can have. Yeah, I mean the principle you're saying is correct. It's not like. But you're not just going by that show. It's just that if you only have 4 shows, you can spread them out. If you have 4 shows and you release every episode at once, that's 4 days out of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
That I could watch your hit shows.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched Squid Games in
one night.
In one night,
Yeah.
I think, yeah. So if you would have stretched it out, Hey, they did that with Arcane a little bit. They had the first 3 episodes, then they released a week later the next 3 episodes, and then the next 3 episodes. So I actually waited and watched them and binged them, but most people had to wait a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes they get married to a model. They were like, we were the first ones to have binging streaming, and so that's part of their identity. Just like people don't want to like cut loose of their identity.
Yeah.
That's our identity. They don't want to change. It's like, you might need to change. You know, I like what you're doing, but I'm also not going to be too sad if you go away. I got Disney Plus. So.
Yeah. Well, that's like Disney was willing to sort of change when they added, those Netflix Marvel shows on there.
Yeah.
They weren't like, okay, wait, we should put it on Hulu because Disney Plus is like, that's not our image. But they took that risk and did it.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yep.
All right.
It's Taste Talk with Tracy. Mash some magic in your mouth.
Well, we saw Jude Law. Nothing to do with Taste Talk, but we did see Jude Law last week. And
Jude Law cut the Taste Talk
Beast.
promo for us. So
Fantastic Beast.
Yeah. Non-Disney. We do some non-Disney stuff once in a while. See Fantastic
Although,
Beasts.
if you're a Disney fan, you are like more likely to watch Fantastic Beasts.
I'm sure there's a lot of overlap.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. So we're going to continue talking about, or finish up talking about what we had at Lamplight Lounge. So the potato skins. So it's not what you think they are, right? It was more like these potato cakes. So they were just like Yukon Gold potatoes, and they were like mashed and then rolled in, like lightly breaded and then fried. So they're not potato skins like TGI Fridays potato skins that you're thinking of. And it's there's this sauce two sauces that comes on the side, which is brown butter caper yogurt and smoked paprika aioli.
Yeah.
And it was really good.
They're good.
They're nice and crunchy.
Yeah. I like those actually better than I like the lobster nachos.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's different. It just doesn't have meat in it. But I like anything with capers. Like, you can just put capers on a cockroach and I'll eat it.
But because they're potato, they're super filling. So, like, if you go there and you're trying to be like, I'm going to try everything. Like,
you can't.
No.
They come with, like, I don't know, 6 potatoes
and they're
or
big.
Something. Yeah.
They're like hockey puck size.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's not like, I think people are thinking like little. No, they're not little.
Yeah. They're just, so that was really good. And then the drink we had looked really nice and tastes good. So it's called the Open Ocean with a Splash. And that's on the menu. It's not a secret drink or anything. And it basically looks like a blue icy. And that's what it tastes like, you said. It tastes like a blue icy with alcohol in it.
Yeah.
The alcohol in it it's a frozen cocktail, so it's like an icy. It's made with Bacardi raspberry rum, Bowls Blue Curacao, Liquid Alchemist, Orgeat, that's almond, I guess, agave nectar, and fresh lime juice.
Orgeat.
Orgeat?
Yeah.
So supposedly some type
Orgy.
of orgeat.
Oh, boy. This is a family podcast, Tracy.
I'm trying to phonetically sound it
They're not
out.
going to allow you in Florida talking like that.
I don't think I'm going to go. It's too hot there.
Yeah. What's cool is one of the things, first, it was delicious. And it's actually refreshing.
Yeah.
Especially on a super hot day. And we were kind of outside because we were at the bar area, but it was still that 100-degree day.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But what I always forget is California Adventure has Vegas rules.
Yes.
Yeah, I always forget about that. You can walk around with alcohol. So because my potato cakes are so filling, I was like, and Tracy had to get the nachos. So I was like, and so I'm like full and hot. And they're like, oh, no, we can give you a cup and you just walk around with it.
Yeah, because the last time they asked us when we finished eating, they were like, do you want anything to go? Any drinks to go? And we're like, oh, yeah. So
yeah, I took it to go. Yeah. So remember that. You can walk around with alcohol in California Adventure.
Yes. And, okay, then for dessert, we had the cookies and cream donuts. And this is a seasonal item. I think it goes away after Food and Wine Fest is gone.
They're good.
It's basically, they usually have the donuts there, the mini donuts, and this is the same mini donuts, but cookies and cream flavor. And it's cream-filled chocolate cookie pieces. And then it's served with like a dipping sauce. And the dipping sauce is just basically the white part of the Oreo. That's what it tastes like.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
I think that, here's the thing. The sauce was good, but I think they taste better without it.
Yeah.
So, and because we were full, we each took a bite and then we took the rest back to the hotel.
Yeah, it came
but they give you a box, yeah.
Yeah.
And did you? And that has like the lamplight.
Yes.
Symbol on the box. It's pretty cool.
Picture.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
So that was really good.
So all of these things that we talk about, I know I complain because, Tracy makes me eat more than I want to all the time. But they're all delicious. They're all good. I would recommend all of them.
Yes.
Including the lobster nachos.
Yeah. Don't hate on the lobster
nachos. I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying, like, it's like, don't be grabbed into this, like, whirlpool because of them, Don't like stress on getting a reservation because, oh my God, I need to try those lobster nachos.
If you want to try
them. Hot link corn dog is still the best thing at California Adventure. So
it is. And you don't need a reservation.
You don't need a reservation. You just walk up and get one. So.
Walk up and get one. Or mobile order one.
Yeah. But yeah, everything at Lamplight is nice. If you can get a reservation and it's not too much stress for you, go for it. But I wouldn't stand in line like some of those people and wait till somebody drops off the list.
They do the walk-up list and walk around.
Yeah. The walk-up list is okay, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, when they're totally sold out and then people are just waiting for someone to cancel. And
I don't know about that, yeah.
When they could be walking, like they were waiting for us to cancel that one time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, it's not all that.
Yeah, just do the walk-up list if you really have to, yeah.
Do the walk-up list, make reservations. That doesn't fail. Walk-up list, okay. Other than that, don't stress.
Yeah.
Don't put your California Adventure fun, build that around Lamplight. Don't build it around anything, by the way. I mean, I'm not picking on Lamplight. I'm just saying there's so much more to do.
Yeah.
There's opportunity costs. So however much time you would spend trying to get into Lamplight, you could be getting something just as good. All right.
So, I don't know if everyone saw, but the Thor Love and Thunder trailer came out, or teaser. They called it a teaser.
It's kind of a teaser because they didn't show everything that we know is in the movie.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Teaser. I can't usually tell what's the difference.
Yeah, a teaser used to just be something that was like maybe less than a minute.
Yeah.
But now everything's gotten bigger.
So yeah, the teaser came out. It looks good. We're all excited. We're always excited when a new Marvel thing comes out, even if it's a show or a movie.
Yeah, it was exciting. I mean, every time I see a trailer or a teaser trailer, whatever you want to call them or whatever, basically they have one job. Does it get you excited to see the movie?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We're totally Marvel fans. We would, even if we never saw a trailer, we would probably see it. It's not like we're going to skip it.
It just excites us. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
But, it has some funny moments in the trailer, like when he's got the trucker hat on and writes Strongest Avenger on it.
Yeah, the funny moment was when Quill was talking to him about just look into the eyes of the person you love. And then he's like, well, not me. And he's like, what? I'm not looking. It's not you. I'm just trying to pay attention to what you're saying.
It's funny because Thor, who is like the bro of the Avengers, has become the most comedic character.
Yeah.
He's funnier than in a way, he's funnier than Ant-Man. I know a lot of people think Ant-Man's the funniest,
he's only funny because he's a bro. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't mean to be
Yeah, but being a bro is funny, though. That's funnier than somebody who's just kind of and somebody who's a screw-up who screws up is funny, but Thor is really funny.
Yeah.
Because it's his character arc, right?
Right.
Because he started as this, like, if you see Thor 1, he's just badass. He's just, he's all about, fighting and everything. And then he just and at the end, it's not that he becomes funny. He just becomes more human. He becomes more, like, caring, more empathetic. And then we go into the Avengers.
Because he lost everyone.
Yeah, but that's later. But I'm just saying chronologically, he goes into the Avengers, and then he's still about fighting and stuff. Yeah. And he becomes a little bit comedic because he realizes that the Hulk's even stronger. Mm-hmm. So that fight where the Hulk just punches him for no reason, that's pretty funny. And then they just kind of keep developing on that. So his character's developed to where now he's still, the most powerful Avenger, or one of the most powerful Avengers. And he's actually, it's funny because he's actually really smart because his Asgardian education, he knows about all this stuff, but he still likes to just hit things with his hammer. So it's hilarious. And then it showed how, like you said, it's tragic how he lost everyone. Yeah. How he failed, against Thanos, even though he killed Thanos, it didn't matter.
Yes.
And then he got fat, and then it's like, and now, they show him in this trailer working out, getting back to his old form. So out of all the Avengers, he has the best character arc when you think about it, right? Because everybody else has kind of stayed the same. Even Tony Stark was like, his biggest character arc was in his first movie. And then after that, he was just Tony Stark until then he died.
Like Doctor Strange, his arc is in the first movie.
Right? Yeah.
Because he was this arrogant doctor. And then he just,
Thor's the only character, and maybe the Hulk, maybe Banner, right? They're the only two characters that have developed over a course of movies. And in different movies, even movies that they're not theirs. It's not their movies. So, I think, I don't know. Is he my favorite Avenger? MCU? I don't know. Maybe.
Well, yeah. As long as you don't say Captain America, because it's all his fault. All his fault that Thanos got all the stones. I mean, you could have just killed Vision right there. Who cares? He's a bot. Like, we don't trade lives. That's the stupidest thing. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. I was telling that to my sister.
It's so funny. Like Tracy, like she has such a liberal bent, and she gets annoyed with these things. But then,
not too liberal.
You'd be the perfect authoritarian. You're like you're Anakin. I think your life arc is Anakin.
No,
someday you're gonna force choke me.
Practical.
You're gonna force choke me.
Is it practical to save a bot and have billions?
This is everything that Anakin would say.
Because it's practical. Like Vision. No, you can't kill yourself. And look what happened.
That's what happens.
It's like. You could have just saved.
This is everything Anakin said to the council. You guys are practical. You're going to end up in a mechanic bodysuit.
Are practical?
It's like Yoda said, the dark side, it's not more powerful, it's easier. Practicality is easy.
It's not easy.
Practicality is easy.
Yes, it's not easy to kill Vision, who's your friend. But... No.
From somebody you're saying this because Vision is not your friend. Why didn't you kill Vision? It would have saved everybody.
It would have saved billions. Who cares about your friend if it's going to save billions?
Exactly, because it's not your friend. Of course you can say that. And when you force choke me when I'm pregnant and you end up in a mechanical bodysuit, it's all your fault. Okay?
It's like... I guess that's why PETA people don't like me. I'm like, look, if an animal's gonna save cure diabetes, please test on that animal. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, why?
Yes.
I love dogs. I do love dogs. But if a dog can save me, buy dog.
Oh man.
I'm not saying Vision's a dog. He's worse. He's a robot. He's not even a dog.
He had feelings. He had a girlfriend.
Ugh, so weird. Anyways.
Oh boy. Man.
Yeah, so Thor's cool. You can like Thor.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me permission to like. Oh man. The dark side in you is just hiding all my lightsabers.
People would agree with me.
Yeah, I'm sure they would.
Yeah, I feel bad for Wanda, too. She's lost a lot, but...
Yeah.
I mean, you lost it anyways, so you might as well save billions and lose a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Keep digging.
Anyway, so, okay, another thing that doesn't make sense is the dessert party. is the dessert party for World of Color. The reservations came out at April 20th, and it crashed the entire app. Well, it didn't crash the app. What they did was that when you do dining reservations like you normally do in the app, on that day, it took you to the website, which takes you to the Thunder Mountain screen that says your wait is over an hour. So then you wait and wait and wait, and then you can make a dining reservation. But this one is specifically, I think people were waiting for the dessert party to have desserts and watch World of Color for $89 a person. So that's what happened. We got the buffet for $50, right, at Storytellers Cafe. Yeah, you don't get to sit there. You eat, and then you get a ticket, a voucher.
If they have any left.
If they have any left, you get a voucher to go and stand and watch World of Color.
Yeah, in an area that's like on those steps.
Yeah, I don't know where. It's a specific area for restaurants.
Yeah.
And then the other
Well, it's probably the same place where they used to have the Fast Pass.
Yeah.
Things. Yeah.
And the other, well, they have a Fast Pass area too, because the virtual queue now.
So maybe it's different. But I think they mix them all now.
And then
they don't even have the staffing to like.
No, there's different colors. There's different colors for the Fast Pass. There's different colors for a restaurant, and then there's the World of the dessert party.
I guess I don't remember what.
Yeah, there were different colors. There's like, go to the green side or whatever, you know. Yeah, like we mentioned last time, it's Wine Country Trattoria, which is a 3-course meal, prefix meal. Mm-hmm. That's $64 a person. And then there's the Storytellers Cafe, which is a buffet for $50 a person.
And partly I wanted to go to the Storytellers because I honestly have never been there for dinner.
Oh, yeah. We've only been there for breakfast.
Yeah, so I just kind of want to see.
And now characters are back, and so they're going to be walking around while we eat.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
I just wanted to try that out.
I mean, if we don't get to watch World of Color, at least we got to eat there.
Yeah.
And it was only $50.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
So, yeah, we weren't sure what was going on with that dessert party thing. You just get dessert. I heard at Disney World you get alcohol. It's not for World of Color, but it's a dessert party, where you sit and watch something. But here, it's not even, you just get dessert. But I guess you're paying for the seating.
Yeah. It's the experience. I mean, $89, it's kind of like a scarcity thing because I don't think there's a lot of seats.
Yeah.
So if they're going to do it, they have to charge. I mean, I'm not saying that they mind charging, obviously, but like if you charge like $10, it's like, well, then it's just first come, first serve. And it's just going to be this mad, so you might as well make it to where people who really want to go.
I would say $50 is good because you're just getting dessert.
Yeah, but again, it's the seat.
$89?
Well, we paid for that dining package at Carthay Circle for the Paint the Night.
$150 per person. That's already close, and we got a meal.
I know, but I'm saying I didn't think it was worth it, but you thought it was worth it.
Well, because we got a meal and a seat.
Well, Carthay Circle, we better get a meal. It's a restaurant. I'm saying you could,
Yeah, I know.
It is.
I forgot how much we paid for that Fantasmic dining experience.
I don't know. That was for my birthday.
That was worth it because we ate a meal while we watched Fantasmic.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
We didn't have to sit on the floor, Yeah.
I was so excited, and because they give you that. I mean, it's just a piece of cardboard, but it has your name on it. Like keep and drink.
Yeah, and it had a
and
charging
then this one
station.
family was like, they left, and I grabbed it. I'm like, don't leave this. This is a souvenir for you. Remember?
Oh yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, thank you.
And then they gave you like chargers.
Oh yeah.
And
so you can charge your phone.
Your dessert was that dragon. So that was a really good experience. I hope that comes back.
And we like the experience. So maybe some people like this experience. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be treated like VIP.
Yeah. Well. And then Tarzan's Treehouse.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Tarzan's Treehouse is being rethemed. So Disney confirmed that's being rethemed. It's no longer going to be Tarzan's Treehouse. It's going to be something else. And we don't know what it's going to be rethemed as, but there's rumors it'll be maybe Encanto, but I don't know. I don't think so. It doesn't
I forgot the little kid, her
theme.
Little cousin who had the animal powers in Encanto.
Oh.
I think that's what a lot of people are speculating. Because that's what a tree would go with.
That jaguar, because it was on my to-do list to go to the jaguar and put my hand in his mouth.
They might be able to. They might keep it.
I don't know if they'll keep that.
But that would be, if they do Encanto, that would be the part of Encanto that would theme with a big tree.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
And we go with Avengers.
And we know that Lin-Manuel Miranda was already commissioned to do music for something in the park.
Oh.
So we don't know, what. So it seems hard that they would do that, pay him to just do for a treehouse. Because how much music, they would just put the music they already have in there, I would think, because that's the whole point. And then he would do maybe a show or something. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah, because they still have those 2 theaters that are empty now.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking they're more likely to use him for something like that to create a new show.
A new show.
Yeah,
maybe in that theater where Frozen was, Hyperion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's somewhere in Disneyland though.
The
Disneyland side, but we shall see. Okay, so you guys want that wallet? Come out and get it. We'll be there Saturday. No excuses. I don't care if you have a reservation or not. You could go to Downtown Disney and then try to catch us in Esplanade, right? Yes. That's it. Check out our website, ropedroppingknowledge.com. Leave us a ranking on Apple. I think you can rank on Spotify too, if you like. No, even if you don't like, do it. Just do it. And we will be back next week with more Disney news, hacks, and love. All righty. I'm Brian.
I'm Tracy.
Stay magical.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe and visit us at www.ropedroppingknowledge.com.